what's guys? Today I come to you with my review of K&B Extra Game Chapter 2. I know it's been quite a while since I did these, but I said because the year's about to end in a few days, why not as well push out these videos while I can. So remember from the very beginning I said I was going to start from the latest chapter at the time that I started down to number 1, and then I will go back to when another latest chapter comes out. So this chapter I'm reviewing is chapter 2 of K&B Extra Game, or like I like to call it, part 2 of the original part 1. So in this chapter we have our boys come together officially forming Team Sword that's going to be facing Team Jabberwock after what they did to Team Starkey. So they're practicing and they're working hard because the game that they're going to be facing against Team Jabberwock is in a week's time. So this team was just mashed up together, and they never really worked together versus Kuriko and Kagami, who knows each other well for working with each other on the same team. So you have all these other characters, the Generation of Miracles plus Kagami and three bench warmers, which is Tako, Wakamatsu, and Hyuga, who I doubt is going to be able to be put on the court to play, but we just need extra characters. What the heck? So might as well pick these three. No offense to them or your favorite characters, but that's basically what they're gonna do. Fill in some roles. So they're practicing, and we have, instead of them practicing, we have Team Jabberwock at a carpet club, just chilling. It's like, what's the point of practicing? We're gonna be facing monkeys. It's gonna be a win nonetheless. What's the point of practicing against these weaklings? And like these guys are so, like, I don't know how people can like these guys, but they're so disgusting. It's not even funny. Or probably it is funny. Okay? Because these guys have no respect whatsoever. Like I said, they disrespected a country, okay, a whole nation on national television. Okay? They disrespect the people that's in Japan that plays basketball, calling them monkeys, and even calling children that want to play basketball monkeys. These guys have no respect whatsoever. It doesn't matter how talented they are, their personalities are atrocious. Okay? And one of the most interesting things about this chapter was when they were explaining about the characters in Team Jabberwock, the two that were the most dangerous in this team was Jason Silver and Nash Gold Jr. And they explained about like their abilities, how like Jason Silver, he has the body of a god residing in him. No One Punch Man reference. I know somebody's going to think of that, but no. His ability surpassed even like three of the two physically strongest, three of the most physically strongest characters that we have come across in this series, and that would be Aomine, Kagami, and Murasaki Bara. And they explained that he has Aomine's agility. He surpassed Aomine's agility, Kagami's jumping abilities, and even Murasaki Bara's physical strength. And just think about them. If they're already strong by themselves, okay, just push aside Jabberwock for a second and think individually. They are strong by themselves, and when you combine them together and multiply their power by how much, you get Jason Silver. Okay, combine all three of the most physically strongest characters in Kuroko no Basket to date, the three most physically strongest, and you combine them together and you get Nash Gold Jr. times whatever you want to put there. So they, it's a challenge for them. It's like for Aomine and Kagami, that's a great challenge. And Murasaki Bar is like on the side saying, I'm going to be the one who has to block him the most. So you guys get excited, but I'm the one who has to be guarding him. And so we have Kuroko follow Kagetora, Riko's dad, to the carpet club where these guys are. I don't know how old you have to be to go into some club, but they're around roughly the same age as our main team. So I'm like, they over there drinking alcohol. I'm like, okay, that's y'all business. Y'all don't want to train. So Kuriko goes there to confront them, and he's telling them, he's asking them questions on like, why are you calling us monkeys? Why are you disrespecting? Is it so wrong for us to play basketball? Which Nash Trash Gold Jr., I don't care how much I butcher his name. Okay, he kicks Kuriko. And before he can do any more damage to him, we have our boys come in to save him because Kuriko, this is not the first time Kuriko has put himself into danger, even though he's physically weaker than most people. Okay? if you remember back then when the first few chapters, Saren versus Kaijo during the practice match, and then thugs on the street, and what happened, Kuriko nearly got himself beaten down till Kagami and Kisei came to rescue him. And so right then and there, they it was nearly about to be a brawl, a physical altercation before the fight, because it was one day before the fight, and there was going to be a physical altercation. And I would have loved to see that, but I don't want anybody to go to the hospital that night. So Akashi took control of the whole situation. It's like, we're gonna defeat you, and you're gonna be kissing the ground by the time we're done with you. And he handled that with such elegance, but at the same time, it's like, yo, you disrespected our teammate, you disrespected my friend, you're gonna get it, okay? And then by the end of the chapter, we have them finally going head to head, and already Team Bulbasaur's already getting the first point after the tip off. And the most interesting thing about this chapter was their team names, Team Jabberwock and Team Bulbasaur. I don't know if some of you already known, but by their names came from Alice in Wonderland story, the second part of the main story. So if you know, Alice went down the hole with Peter the White Rabbit, and we get our characters Mad Hatter, um, the Queen of Hearts, the Cherokee Cat, and all of that. Well, in this second part of the Alice in Wonderland story, we have where there's this creature called the Jabberwock, which was terrorizing, people and everything. And the only way to defeat the Jabberwock was to use this sword called the Volpal sword. And that same sword defeated the Jabberwock by lopping off his head, efficiently killing the Jabberwock. So we can already know that our our main team is going to win, but how will they win? How will they defeat Vocal's team Jabberwock? What will be the outcome? And actually, what's going to be the aftermath of them beating them? Will Team Jabberwock react in a very violent way? Will they do that? So I can't wait till we see the very ending of Extra Game. So tell me your thoughts on this chapter. If you just found out about, like, what I just referenced about Alice in Wonderland, I suggest go check it out yourself. I looked it up and I found it very interesting about the names. Um, Tell me, who was your most favorite character? Were you as pissed as I was after what Nash did to Kuriko? Tell me in the comment section below. Check me out on Twitter and on Tumblr. If you'd like to become a member of my Facebook page, it's in the description box below. And I'm Kimmy Chan of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later.